The philosophy of Taoism. In a world that constantly shouts, do more, be more, achieve more, what if the secret to a fulfilling life was less? What if, instead of fighting against the current, the highest wisdom was to simply flow with it? This is the ancient, counterintuitive, and profoundly beautiful wisdom of Taoism. So today, we are going on a journey into the heart of this Chinese philosophy. We will explore its core text, the Tao Te Ching, and uncover practical principles you can apply to modern life. Of course, this is not about converting to a new religion, but it is about discovering a new way to see the world. We will explore the three foundational ideas of the Tao: the unnameable way, Wu Wei, the art of effortless action, and Yin and Yang, the harmony of opposites. Let us first talk about the Tao, the unnameable way. At the very center of Taoism is the concept of the Tao, pronounced Tao. The Tao Te Ching, attributed to the sage Lao Tzu, begins with a paradox. The Tao that can be told is not the eternal Tao. So what is it? The Tao is the ultimate, unifying principle of the universe. It is the source of everything and the force that flows through everything. It is the natural order of things, the way a river carves a canyon, the way a tree grows toward the sun, the way the seasons change. Think of it like this. Can you describe the law of gravity? You can see its effects, you can feel it, but you cannot hold it in your hand. The Tao is like that, but for everything. It is not a god to be worshipped, but a reality to be aligned with. The goal of Taoism is not to conquer nature, but to understand its patterns and harmonize with them. To live in accordance with the Tao is to live a life of ease, effectiveness, and virtue. Let us now talk about Wu Wei, the art of effortless action. This brings us to the most famous and practical Taoist concept, Wu Wei, pronounced Wu Wei. This is often misunderstood as doing nothing, but Wu Wei is not about laziness or passivity. It is about effective action. It is action without forcing or effortless doing. Think of master craftsmen whose work seems effortless. Their actions are perfectly aligned with the task. No wasted movement, no struggle. They are in the zone. Wu Wei is like that. It is the practice of responding to situations based on their intrinsic nature, not based on our ego-driven plans and forceful efforts. It is about knowing when to push and, more importantly, when to yield. A practical example. Have you ever tried to get a cat to sit on your lap? The more you force it, the more it resists. But if you create a comfortable, warm space, it will come to you willingly. That is Wu Wei. It is about shaping the context, not forcing the outcome. In modern life, this could mean solving a conflict through understanding rather than argument, or allowing a creative insight to emerge instead of frantically forcing a solution. Now we come to Yin and Yang, the harmony of opposites. So, how do we recognize the flow of the Tao? Taoism gives us a map, the concept of Yin and Yang. This symbol does not represent a battle between good and evil. It represents the dynamic, interdependent balance of the universe. Yin is the receptive, dark, cool, feminine, passive aspect. Yang is the active, light, warm, masculine, assertive aspect. Crucially, the symbol shows a little dot of Yin within Yang and a little dot of Yang within Yin. This tells us that nothing is purely one thing. Day turns into night, a seed. Yin grows into a plant, Yang, and after great action, Yang, we need deep rest, or Yin. Taoism teaches problems arise when we become imbalanced, when we are all Yang, all striving and forcing, without the restorative balance of Yin, of rest and acceptance. Wisdom lies in appreciating the necessity of both and flowing with their natural alternation. Flowing with the Tao, practicing Wu Wei, and balancing Yin and Yang naturally cultivate a final concept, Te, pronounced De. Te is not virtue in a moralistic sense. It is the power, the authenticity, the integrity that naturally emanates from a person who is in harmony with the Tao. It is the charisma of being utterly yourself, without pretense or force, like water, which is soft and yielding yet can carve through stone. So, persons with Te are powerful not because they dominate, but because they are in perfect alignment with the way things are. So how do you start? You do not achieve the Tao. you begin to notice it. Notice the natural cycles in your own life, energy and rest, action and inaction. Next time you face a problem, ask, am I trying to force this? Is there a more effortless way? Observe nature without judgment. The philosophy of Taoism is an invitation to let go of the exhausting struggle and to trust the flow of life itself. It is a journey back to your own natural, spontaneous, and effective way of being. As Lao Tzu said, the sage acts without effort and teaches without words. Thank you for watching.